Hello, and welcome. You are about to enter the Large K Podcast.
What's up, everybody? My name is Kazu, and welcome to Large K Podcast. On this show, I interview bands and artists, and we talk about music, favorite shows, and how they got to where they're at. For today's show, I had a great conversation with Captain KIRK. He's a hip-hop producer and rapper from Upland, California. He recently released his Barfly album, which is about the duality of drinking. I randomly met KIRK at a friend's music video shoot. You guys may know Repeated Measures, who I interviewed before. It was at his place. For some reason, we were talking about radio, and suddenly KIRK recognized my voice and said that he knew about the podcast that I was doing. I didn't even know that he was a producer, so we exchanged information and set up this interview at his place in Upland. We talked about his album Barfly, favorite shows, and how he got into beat making. Alright, let's get right to it. This is Large K Podcast with Captain KIRK. Enjoy. Not signed up, but I meant just being a part of it and stuff, and the fact that you were also interested in it. So
No, thank you for coming out, man.
Yeah,
I know it was a little bit of a trek, so I appreciate it, man.
No, it's okay. Upland. That's what this neighborhood is called,
yeah.
Right? Upland.
Yeah, Upland.
Yeah. What's known around here? What is it? What is there to do for fun?
Well, in Upland, I wouldn't say much. Maybe in the general IE area. Maybe going to Claremont. There's a couple good bars down there.
Oh, okay. So the bar scene and shit like that.
Yeah, or just, there's places in Claremont. Claremont's kind of the more hip place in this area.
Oh, okay.
There's Rhino Records, a pretty good record store. There's a good bar called The Press. They have, live music.
Oh, okay.
They have, fools making beats.
Yeah,
Playing instrumental, electronic stuff.
Oh, okay.
Or just jazz and... that's the one bar I'd go to, and then there's downtown Pomona.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you've been living here your whole life, or?
Well, I grew up in Glendora for about 10 years, and then moved over here when I was 10, and then I went to Upland High School, and then went to San Marcos for college. That's near San Diego, and then came back here after college just to kind of pursue the music thing going up there in LA, near greater LA area. So
right, yeah. Were you born in 1990?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So we're same age then.
All right, dope.
Yeah. So far, people that I've been interviewing have been somewhat younger than me or somewhat older than me. I'm is there anybody that I know that's of my age or 27 or something? And so far you're probably the first one. I feel I don't know.
Hey, nice. It's
Yeah.
a strong year.
Yeah.
It's a good year.
It's a good year. Like, I'm just glad that we have that commonality, like, between us, you know, like...
What's your birthday?
May 28th.
Mine's July 11th.
Oh, so you just turned 27 then?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you do anything special for your birthday?
Yeah, went to Portland for a couple days.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were talking about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful up there, man. It was like perfect weather. It was like 75 and like sunny and beautiful, and have some friends up there, so it was great.
Usually it rains a lot down over there, right? Like...
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're like, you keep coming at like, I've been there before.
Yeah.
But like you keep coming at the perfect time. Usually it's just very, very sad and gloomy.
Yeah. Would you move there?
I don't know. This one guy was telling me, he's like, we've had 177 days of rain in 1 year, and all of it, something that we only had like 3 days where it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
Within those 177 days, like consecutively. I don't know if that makes sense, but that just sounds so gloomy. It just sounds, you got to be a tough person mentally, I feel like, to be up there.
That's true. Yeah.
it's some too cloudy for me. But,
yeah.
But I love it up there. It's great.
Probably was just like a really lucky like weekend for you overall. I mean, just like just making it sunny and all that. But I love up north though. I mean, I actually took a trip to Seattle and Portland like last year, and it was amazing. Like that area is like so nature filled and like it's
so
just,
green.
Yeah, it's so green, right? Yeah.
And it's just, and the air is clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like out here, like especially in an empire where it's just kind of like there's a lot of smog and stuff. So I appreciate it when I can go somewhere and it's just clean air, a lot of greenery and stuff. So
yeah, like not too far, there's like a huge ass like Miller factory and
no money. Yeah, it's right over there. Yeah.
I was like driving past it. I was like, dude, that's big. Like it's crazy. Yeah, probably that's where all the smog's coming from, huh? Or elsewhere.
Just people.
Yeah, people, and I mean, especially for you, like it was probably like surprising, especially coming from like the more suburban area and to going into Portland. It's like, well, it's a completely different world. I mean, even though it's not that far away, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, dude. I was wondering, are you a Star Trek fan? Just basing it off of your name.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. I'm not super deep into Star Trek, and I don't want to claim I am because there are serious Star Trek fans,
Yeah.
Very rudimentary knowledge of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like Captain Kirk kind of just came from, it came just from people saying, oh, what, your name's Kirk? Like, not Kurt? Oh, like Captain Kirk? I'd be like, yeah, like fucking Captain Kirk. But I don't know, just kind of embraced it, and like, just, homies in high school, like, we'd start rapping and stuff, and that name just kind of came about.
Oh, okay.
So I've just kind of embraced it.
Oh, okay. So Kirk is actually your real name?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like short for something, or is it like just Kirk?
It's just Kirk.
It's just Kirk?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder, like, it's just going to come with that, huh? Like, and if your name is Forrest, then, like, what is that going to connect to? It's like Forrest Gump.
Yeah. And I'm a junior, so my dad's name's Kirk, so
yeah.
I'm not the original.
Yeah, do you, like, does your parents, like, play music and stuff, too? Or?
No, my dad does not. He actually kind of, like, doesn't like what I do. He's it's crazy too, because he went to Hampton University, which historically black college, and like throughout the whole, they're a historically black institute, and he went there during the 80s, during like the birth of hip hop, and he did not like hip hop.
Okay,
he just didn't. But he's from he's born and raised in Germantown, Philadelphia, so he's raised me on like Philadelphia soul, Motown, jazz. So it's just, he just doesn't like hip hop for some reason. So it's interesting. And my mom, she doesn't play any instruments either. So I've just kind of been, just kind of adapted my skill on my own.
Yeah, I see. So was it like mostly influenced by like kind of people that was surrounding you, like friends and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my good buddy D'Angelo that I met through Upland High School.
His name is D'Angelo.
Yeah, D'Angelo. Not the D'Angelo.
Hey.
But we just call him D. I started like making beats with him when we were like 16, just like messing around GarageBand, and I really liked it, and we were just just cranking stuff out, and then another friend of mine, Kathan, he showed me Reason, and like the sister program to Reason called Recycle. That's where you do like your chops, and rearrangements, and so when he showed me that, he gave me a bootleg Reason 4 disc. It just went from there.
Yeah, I see. And then you just learn how to make beats like onto the program and start sampling and learn all that jazz.
Yeah, I got more serious in college. I took a class too that kind of showed Reason a little bit more in depth, and and then at that point I was just gone from there. And that was like 2011. 2011? Yeah.
I see. Were you collecting vinyls around that time too?
Not as much as I am now.
Okay.
But yeah, I was. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Did you prior to beat making, did you learn how to play any instruments at all and stuff too?
Yeah, I used to play the drums.
Oh, really? For a band or?
No, I just took like drum lessons for like 2 years when I was like 6th and 7th grade.
Yeah.
I learned a little bit of keyboard too along the way. And I had a lot of friends. I used to skate and stuff too, so I had a lot of friends that were like in punk bands and stuff.
Okay.
So I kind of messed around with electric guitar.
Yeah.
Very basic chords, like, but I just, I didn't take it that serious.
Okay.
So, but I mean, seeing hip hop production and seeing the way I can make it.
Yeah.
Through Reason, I was like, this is for me. Like, this is something I can really express myself with. So
yeah, would you say the drumming like definitely helped you with like beat making as well too? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having that rhythm with percussion and just recognizing drum patterns.
Yeah.
And just respecting great drum patterns. Whether they're traditional like 4/4 time signature, or like something advanced, or I just really appreciate good like drum patterns, whether like 4-bar, 8-bar, like 16 bars.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
it definitely helped.
Yeah, no, that definitely it does sound like it, and yeah, I wanted to get into about your music. That I pretty much like searched through on like Bandcamp. Like, you've been releasing music since like around 2012, like, I saw some like EPs and like some albums that was coming out at the time, but the one that that I wanted to definitely get into is your most recent release, Barfly.
Yeah.
And it's cool because in total the whole thing was like around maybe 15-20 minutes or so. Like, it's kind of like listening to this is like a pretty extravagant like example, but like, how when you listen to like The Dark Side of the Moon, then like the whole thing connects together somehow, into like not like by song, but like, as an album as a whole. And I feel like Barfly was sort of like that, where everything connected together into this some sort of story where like one will be about like meeting at a bar and seeing friends, and then like the last call, and then like you see all that. Like, was that like intentional? Like, you wanted to make something that was all connected?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to release it just as one track.
Yeah.
But last minute I was just like, I don't know if I want to just do the one track thing.
Yeah.
So I split it up, but it's basically just split into separate tracks. But the whole thing, the whole order of things, and the arrangements are is intended to be a long play. Listen.
Right. Yeah. Where did you get that idea? Like, of just, it's because like as I was listening to it kind of felt like me just like walking into a bar and maybe like having some like few drinks or so, and then just talking with some people, but then like at the end, because I think there was like one of the last songs is called Black, and I'm guessing like you black out or whatever. Like, that's just like my assumption of it, like from there and on. So like, is it kind of like that idea where it's sort of like a soundtrack to getting fucked up or something like that?
What I wanted to show was kind of the progression of drinking It, it could start off pretty celebratory and have a good time, and like that is great. I love doing that and hanging out with friends and drinking. But there is the duality of drinking, right? Things can get dark.
Yeah.
You can hurt yourself and others.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to just, put that in a musical experience. And I'm into film as well.
Yeah.
And when I had this idea, I was watching movies. I was realizing a lot of the dialogue in movies, or in certain movies, drinking is kind of romanticized and like glorified.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted to just kind of put that in there. I don't know, maybe just American movies in general.
Yeah.
So that just, it kind of just went together pretty well. And I don't know, I've had some bad experiences drinking too. So I kind of wanted to make like a PSA in a way.
Yeah.
Just for if you choose to listen to it and take the message, I think it's definitely a PSA to kind of be mindful of that stuff. So
no, that's true. Like even though like what you said when you're talking about how drinking is romanticized in like cinema and stuff like that, it's also depressant. So like people could get emotional in like a really negative way too. So that is definitely true. Like there are like duality and drinking and stuff like that. But I was listening to because I think it was like around like the second track there was like rapping going on. Was that you rapping, or did you have a guest?
No, that was me rapping.
Oh, that was you rapping?
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of like thinking about this for a second, but the rap in the track sounded it didn't sound like it was like too upfront. Like it almost kind of felt like it was like almost like sort of in like the background. But like were you trying to like capture the feeling of like being buzzed and sort of like hearing like the voices like in the head or something, or like?
I wanted to be distorted.
Yeah.
And muffled in a way.
Okay.
Mainly just distortion, and just fuzziness.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm just kind of raw too, so I just wanted to make it a little bit raw.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. Did most of the sampling come from like stuff that you found online, or like were they like all from like vinyl that you
all
have?
Vinyl.
All vinyl? Wow. That's so cool. You're like Mad Lib. I mean,
well, thank you. No, but not at all. No. I mean, I just, there's some merit to that. I think, being able to go to record stores, finding the record and taking it home, listening to it.
Yeah.
Deconstructing it and rearranging it to something of your own, and hopefully the sampling is not too egregious. But yeah, I think I love doing that, and it's there's a culture to buying vinyl. There's fools that wake up early as fuck, going to the record store, waiting in line, knowing that the record the record store is going to be putting out some stuff, and they got priority because they woke their ass up and stood in line and got it,
right? Rather
than the casual person who's going to like record store day, at like noon, everything's gonna be cleared out or some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is, there's vinyl culture for sure.
Yeah.
And there is merit to sampling out vinyl, so that's why I kind of I sample from vinyl. And it just sounds better too. It's just warmer and has some crunchiness to it.
Some of that crackling sound too, like definitely feels like it feels very, I don't know what the word is, but maybe like authentic, like per se, like when you.
I'd say so. I also like just manipulating records with the record player, just slowing it down 10%, or speeding up to 45, and it just has a natural groove to it, rather than putting it in like Ableton and using that time warp. I just think like that belt, the belt drive effect just makes it sound a little bit more smoother.
Right, yeah. Have you ever actually participated in like record store day before, where you like line up hella early and...
I've worked one before. I used to work at Rhino Records.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Like, right after I got out of college. It was fucking chaos. It's like, so awful. just like, oh my god. But I've gone to like a couple places, and it's not like I'm going all over the place. I went to Pooh Records one year. You know, it wasn't even that crowded, so it wasn't that bad there. But yeah, no, I choose to stay from record stores on those days because it is just insane.
Yeah.
Especially like Amoeba. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine working there.
No, a friend actually for this year's record store, I met somebody who he was like, yeah, you know, for record store day you should come to Amoeba, and people will be lining up at like 11 at night just to get something that's gonna be like coming out like 10 a.m. You know, and I was like, hell no, you know, that's just like
That's
way too long.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up going to some other store that opens at 5 a.m. just to like get my shit over with, you know,
Yeah.
just to get the stuff I need.
There are some pretty cool releases though. You know, stuff that you usually wouldn't get, or you know, but I don't know. I just
Yeah. Either way, I look forward to it every year though. There's always something that you want to get, you know. It's kind of like, all right, just to spend my money on, you know, because almost like that's kind of a funny thing too, that like we go to a record store to like get something like cheap from like a bargain bin, and sometimes you find a gem in there, but also like sometimes it's like a collector's item, and like you treat it like a trophy, you know. Yeah.
I've gotten some of my best stuff from dollar bins.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And wasn't expected at all. But you know, I'll buy expensive stuff too. You know.
Yeah.
Because I know it's good.
No, that's
you know.
true. No, that's true. It's like it becomes like a prized possession. I wanted to talk about the song "Live Learn." That's probably my favorite track on the whole Barfly album. Like it kind of brings me back to like the One Word Extinguisher era of like Prefuse 73. Like I don't know if you're familiar with that guy, but like he does like quite a bit of sampling too. It's like instrumental hip hop project, but now I think it's a little bit more experimental like at that point. But yeah, I was wondering, like, do you have a favorite track on Barfly, or do you still kind of treat it as like a one whole thing like of its own?
I like Last Call a lot. I'm rapping on it.
Yeah.
That's mainly why. And I like my verse on it too. I think it's one of the cooler verses I have.
Yeah.
Just rhyme scheme wise and substance wise, and I love the beat too. It's a Roberta Flack sample.
Oh, okay.
I just really like that song. So
Okay. What came first? Did beat making come first, or like was it rapping?
mainly it's beat making. I feel like the way I write my lyrics is very untraditional. I don't like physically write. I'll just freestyle to my stuff, and I'll remember the good parts that I freestyled.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll jot down notes to remember them, but it's it's a pretty weird way of coming up with rhymes, but it works for me.
Oh, okay. So like the way you do it is like you freestyle, right? And then you remember some of the good lines, and then you try freestyling again by just kind of adding on to those good lines.
Exactly. Like I used to write my stuff like on paper and like all this stuff, and
Yeah.
it's weird. It's like when you write, you're thinking about what words to say rather than trying to rap melodically.
Oh, okay.
I think when you freestyle, it's more of a melodic approach.
Yeah.
Like it's you're really listening to the beat, and it's just it's impromptu. It's freestyle, so
Yeah.
it's just coming out. It could be a melody and stuff, and I don't know. I just really like that approach because it's more natural to me. I feel like a lot of people like write stuff and they like try to squeeze so many words into like the beat, and it just doesn't sound right. It's just like really forced.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just like that approach of kind of freestyling and trying to organize that and keep it melodic.
That's amazing though, like the fact that you're able to remember those lines from like the past. And like when it comes to melody, I feel like you said, a melodic approach, like if I could think of a melody, then like it's probably easier for me to just kind of like hum it out loud and stuff, you know.
Exactly.
So in your case, like words come out just naturally. Like if it's like something good that you remember, there's like a separate hard drive in your head that just kind of stores all that. Then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I guess it's like that.
Yeah. That's almost, I guess that's how like rappers like mind works. Did you used to like freestyle with your friends and stuff? Or
Oh yeah,
really?
all throughout high school.
Oh wow.
You know, my friend Kathan, probably one of the best rappers I still know to this day. But he's so goofy and he's just like so. He's almost like MF Doom with his word selection, just kind of like just using really obscure words and stuff. And I feel like he elevated my rap style a lot. You know, like my homie Rob, my homie D. You know, we still freestyle, just messing around to this day. So
yeah,
something we always do.
It looks really fun. I mean,
yeah, it is, man.
Yeah,
I mean, having some drinks with your friends and throwing an instrumental and just always trying to top each other. You know?
Definitely. I love watching people doing freestyle. It's something that I do on Instagram. I sometimes do like really silly ones just to like be like stupid and funny and shit, but like I don't know if you've probably seen it or not, but like
I think I saw you do one like a couple days ago. I was like, hey. I was like, yeah.
I'll just have like a food on a table and I'll just be like coffee with soy and I start thinking of some rhymes and like so I just pull up like a free like rap beat like from YouTube and like some really corny ones and then just like rap over it and it's only 4 bars that fit in there. It's not like I'm not trying to be Kendrick Lamar or anything like that, but like it's fun. It's fun though. It is really really fun.
It's great. It's a brain exercise, at times too. So
yeah,
it's cool.
That means so for that reason that probably like expanded your vocabulary even more than like
yeah. I mean I love the English language too. So like I like using good words and stuff. I mean I don't try to be grandiloquent. I mean. I know that's kind of ironic. I said that word, and it's like a big word.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I just love words. I love like hearing a word, and you don't know the meaning, you don't know the definition, but you heard the context it was used, and so you'll go ahead and look at the definition and be like, "Oh, that was perfect. That was totally exactly how that word should be used."
Yeah.
So I love doing that. Like that's like a favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Do you mostly like listen like what? Because like I know like hip hop is like so it's gone so many different directions now. I mean, especially if you look at now. What style of hip hop do you think you could like relate to musically like at the moment, or do you don't really have a preference? Like, do you kind of?
I love like 90s East Coast rap.
Okay, gotcha.
In high school that I listened to a lot of that stuff, like Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Supreme Clientele, by Ghostface.
Okay.
I really love that stuff. I just love the production style too.
Yeah.
I love West Coast stuff too. But I just feel lyrically East Coast cats are just way better. They just are, and flow wise too. You know.
I think I'd prefer East Coast in terms of like beats, just because like it felt really jazzy. Like I like beat rock and like
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Or like even like Ali Shaheed Muhammad, like of Tribe, like he. Because that's the thing. Like I think my introduction to like East Coast rap is like Tribe Called Quest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Q-Tip's top 5 producer for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it just sounds like they're having fun. I mean, like it's it puts you in like such a better mood. I forgot the movement. It's called like Zoo. I can't.
Zulu Nation.
Zulu Nation. There you go. Yeah, De La Soul and like just like that whole like foundation of it. I always thought was fun. But also, I actually never seen you play live before. But like in your live shows too, like you rap also, right?
I do.
You do? Yeah.
I mainly play my beats though, but I'm rapping all throughout my set.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I mean, I'd still consider myself a producer first and rapper second.
Okay.
I really love making beats. So I that's kind of the forefront of what I do.
Right.
And I think rapping on it kind of completes it. So.
Okay. As part of the podcast, like I always ask this question on every episode, but because we're both musicians, but like also at the same time, like we're audience too, like being at shows
of course.
and stuff. And I was wondering, what's one of the best artists you've seen live, like, and for this one, you could include both DIY or venue show, or it could be one of them. Best is like a bit too exaggerated, and
I think So in 2008, went to Kanye West Glow in the Dark tour.
Oh, nice.
And it was a Lupe fiasco when he didn't lose his mind. NERD. It's when that Sing Sounds album came out.
Yeah.
And so, like, me and my homie D went, and we had, like, nosebleed seats.
Yeah.
During Lupe. But I was talking to this girl at the time, and her mom was like, I don't know how the fuck this happened, but she was like a stage manager for the show that night at the Staples Center.
Oh, really?
And this girl I was talking to, her and a friend, they had like these seats are like on the floor of the Staples Center.
Yeah.
They were like, no joke, like 15 feet from the stage.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm like, yo, we're here, like, oh, like, come up and get us, jokingly. And she's like, yeah, we'll come get you. So she gave me and Dee, her and her friends, tickets. They came up and brought us down, and we went down to the first floor. They went by security because security saw them already.
Yeah.
And then me and him had the tickets, and we just showed them their tickets, and they let us go. And so we were, like, 15 feet from the stage.
Oh, damn.
It was still like one of the greatest like live productions I've ever seen. I mean, that was like the Graduation album.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was before he lost his mind. So it was like,
both guys lost his mind.
Yeah. I mean, I still love Kanye. I still do. But yeah, no, that was just one of the most like grandest like shows I've ever seen.
Damn, dude. I mean, plus you got to see Pharrell. I mean, that's
legend.
Yeah, he's pretty much in that level now. I mean, he's always been. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like within this last few years, like people kind of finally like took notice of that and be like, hey, it's Pharrell, because of all those like that happy song and shit. Like
I was just gonna say that. I feel like that song just got. It was so corporately acceptable.
Yeah.
It's like such a corporate song, so that everyone's like, oh, I love him. He makes great music. I'm happy. Like, but I mean, this fool's been making heat since like fucking the 90s,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. It was that song. I feel like that kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that sounds like a fun ass show, dude. Damn.
Another cool one though was first time I saw Flying Lotus too. Though it was like in 2007.
Okay.
And like it was Sam I Am and Daedalus too, and No Can Do was there.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first time I ever been to like a beat scene event, and I was like in love, dude. That shit like changed my life.
Yeah. And look at what you're doing now. Like,
right. Yeah.
So 2007, damn, that was a while ago. I mean, especially for Flylo too. I mean.
Yeah, it was at a Bass Face show. It was at this it's that one venue called, I think, Lot 613 in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Damn, that's so cool. Yeah. Did you like I was thinking about that show that you're talking about for like the Glow in the Dark tour, because like I know like a lot of people in my high school went, that year too. Like that was like probably the biggest production, and Kanye was like pretty much on top of the world,
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember like there was that time where I think it was like 50 Cent and like Kanye was trying to like compete on like who could sell like the most albums or whatever.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I was like, obviously Kanye's gonna win this one, and of course like he fucking beat his ass on that like this whole thing.
I think 50 Cent knew. I think it was like marketing for both of them,
Yeah. That was pretty funny in my opinion. But what was it? Because you say you also like Kanye now and also like old Kanye too, but like if you're able to rank like a top 3 Kanye album, then like what could it be?
I think Late Registration is the best.
Late Registration, yeah.
I'd say Graduation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what would be the third one, man. Yeah, man. Probably My Dark, Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, My Dark. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good album. I mean, there's one whack, like that So Appalled song I wasn't really feeling.
Yeah.
But there are some really good songs on that album.
Yeah.
But College Dropout was great too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that would be a tie for third. And Yeezus was cool too. The thing I saw with Yeezus was like he's just trying to really push himself production wise and stuff. So
yeah.
Just trying to switch it up, change the sound and stuff. But
did you like Life of Pablo?
I liked some songs. I thought it was kind of all over the place sound wise though.
Yeah.
Just really all over the place. There's some good songs on there, but I didn't listen to it a lot.
Actually, one of my favorite songs is off of Graduation, Everything I Am, which is with the DJ Premier. Like, yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah, I love that song, man. Like, I don't know, like if you remember the song well. Like, I guess like in the first line, he says something like, Common was supposed to like pass on to this beat, but he made it into a jam. Like, yeah. So I guess like he was supposed to use it first or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that beat so much.
That piano sample's really nice.
Yeah, it really is, dude. Yeah, I really like that. I think I pretty much like asked a lot, like everything that I wanted to ask. But now I wanted to go into this next segment for this podcast, is where I basically take your credit card number.
My credit card's deactivated, man. I was in Vegas this past weekend. Good luck, man.
That was actually a joke, but there's this other I recently created this segment called this that where I will be throwing you just like a few questions and you just give me like a one word answer. I mean, it doesn't have to be one word, but like it's gonna be like this or that type shit, if you know what I mean. So,
yeah, I got you.
Well, we'll start off with something simple. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Did you used to own one, or?
I have two.
Oh, you have two. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been a dog owner for a while, so.
Oh, okay.
Cats will just leave. They'll just bounce on you. I'm serious. They'll just hop the fence and come back whenever they want.
Yeah, they show you love for a few seconds, then dip. Like.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not loyal. No,
they're not, man. They're not.
Yeah. All right. So next one. When you listen to music, what hits you first? Rhythm, lyrics, or melody?
Probably rhythm and tempo.
Yeah.
I think that grabs me first.
I mean, like, it's like the last few interviews been like rhythm pretty much. Next one. This is kind of like maybe somewhat barfly reference, but hard liquor or beer?
It's a tough one. Beer.
Beer, yeah. Is Red Stripe your go-to?
Nah, I just wanted to get Red Stripe today. I was just in the mood for it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Sometimes you're just in that mood. I think it's the bottle, the shape of it that just gets you.
It's a good taste too. I mean, it's a unique lager, you know.
No, I definitely think so. All right, here's the next one. This is this one might this might be hard, but since we were talking about East Coast hip hop, Illmatic or Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers.
Illmatic.
Oh, okay, that was easy, huh?
That's a flawless album. I mean, so is Enter 36 Chambers, but I mean the producers that are on Illmatic are ridiculous. You know, DJ Premier, Pete Rock. Large Professor.
Yeah.
Untouchable stuff.
Yeah, anybody you could think of. Next one. I mean, you already mentioned your favorite Kanye album, but I'm just going to ask it anyway. Old Kanye or new Kanye?
Old Kanye.
Old Kanye.
Old Kanye. That's crazy. That was one of your questions before you came here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Before I came here, I wrote that down. Our next one, you know, as a producer, like, you probably look up to these two people, but I'll ask it anyway. Madlib or J Dilla?
Ooh. I have to say Madlib.
Madlib, yeah.
He's his catalog is endless. It seems like.
Right. Yeah.
Especially with the Medicine Show releases.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just endless. and he's got his side projects. Quasimodo is like, I feel like one of the most creative ideas in hip hop.
I love Quasimodo. Yeah,
it's genius, and and the thing is, it's like, in like Jeff Jank, he like created its own character, like its own animation.
Right.
It's like, where did you come up with that? Like,
yeah.
It's just so original. It's so great.
Yeah, I love Quasimodo for its like, just it, because it's almost kind of like an alter ego,
Yeah.
And whenever there's like a voice like pitch just like changes and like starts doing like these like really just weird lines, like talking about running up on Thelonious Monk, or like just those weird shit. It's fun, and plus like the beats are good too. Like
man,
it's Madlib, so he could pretty much do whatever he wants.
Some of his best beats are on like Low Class Conspiracy. The production on that is so good.
Yeah.
And I love how he goes back and forth too. Like he'll be like Quasimodo and Madlib will have a conversation.
Yeah, that one.
Like that is awesome.
Yeah, super creative, dude. Have you seen Madlib live?
Never.
Yeah, I've never seen him either. But I was kind of wondering how his shows go. If Quasimodo, I think Quasimodo will probably remain as like a recorded material. But like, yeah, I kind of want it, hoping it to be like a live show one day. Like.
Yeah, maybe like a hologram or
yeah,
something.
like a hologram. Yeah, because I see that you have like a Mad Villain poster on there too, so like I could tell you're also a fan of like MF Doom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but have you listened to Freddie Gibbs and Madlib collaboration?
Yeah, Pinata is great.
Yeah, no, I also love that one too. All right, so for the last one, it's gonna be like a fill in the blank. It's basically it's just gonna be a fill in the blank, and you just have to insert a word in there. Captain Kirk is
raw.
That's good. Raw. Why'd you come up with that?
I feel like my voice can be kind of abrasive at times, and it's probably not the best sounding. And and plus I think my production is like, I think it's great, but I know there's cats that are really zoned in on the engineering part of that stuff.
Yeah,
and I don't try to get too caught up with that stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't.
Yeah.
And so I try not too hard to like, I don't know, just get on. Oh, are the frequencies okay? Oh, are my mids like too low? If it sounds good, it sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm coming from.
Damn, dude.
So I feel like, I don't know, just putting that and then putting my rapping and my subject matter and maybe just my personality. That's kind of where I come up with that. So
that's awesome. I think that's the best way to conclude this podcast, and I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of it. And also, I was thinking maybe we should play a song off of Barfly. And you said Last Call was your favorite, but like if you wanted to play something else, we could do that too.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I'm going to play it on a podcast, but like, would you like to choose a song and announce it for me?
Yeah, no, maybe Live Learn.
Live Learn?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that then. Well, thanks a lot, dude, for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Come on, educate, keep it peace with God. Yeah.
After my money, huh? You're not gonna drink this? Too bad. Never let good liquor go to waste. Never let it go to waste. Never let it hide. I adore you. Never let good liquor go to waste. Arrivederci. Ciao. Scusa, please. Bye-bye. Sucker. I'll drive. Easy. Give me the keys. I'll drive.
Yo, that was Captain Kirk. If you want to hear more of his music, then check out the Bandcamp link in the description box below. More podcast episodes are coming, so don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. My name is Kazu, and I'll see you again on one and only Large K Podcast. Peace.